Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I am who I am. My name is my name. And welcome into another film breakdown. I'm going to start doing more of these because, the podcast stuff is what it is. Like, I love talking about sports and all that, but I would like to show my knowledge and how I see the game while I'm watching, because I saw a lot of this live and I just had to go back to it, got a notepad, wrote down some sequences that I liked from the Heat. And once again, guys, don't forget, I am a Heat fan. And obviously, by the title of the video, my whole thesis of this video is I think Mike Malone's going to have to sit Michael Porter Jr. if they want to win this series, and I think he will. I really do. And it's not that he's not going to play. And does that muck up the backup lineup? I don't think so, because Bruce Brown is very limited in his minutes anyways. And I think then with another ball handler, mostly with Jimmy on Jamal Murray, another ball handler alongside that would help, because if Jamal Murray's the only guy that can handle the ball, Jimmy's going to know where he's at all times. You can't get some off-screen actions or the off-ball actions with screens and all that stuff to open up something for Jamal Murray. Because right when Jimmy got to guard Jamal Murray, we saw what happened. I think he's going to have a tough time on Jimmy. He's going to get his fast break points and get open a couple times, make some tough shots, but he's going to have to work for every single bucket that he gets. All right, so first play, we're talking about Michael Porter Jr. This really isn't his fault, okay? And in this video, I should say, I'm going to show you the difference between Michael Porter Jr. and Bruce Brown. Just a couple possessions offensively and defensively, and how the coverage on Max as a ball handler when he's the ball handler, changes a whole aspect of this Heat offense, which was only a couple possessions. But after he started making shots, you saw a lot of things. So this is the first score of the game, right? Max's first shot of the game knocks it down. But what you're going to see is a lob pass to Bam in the middle. Gabe Vincent's going to come down to get a down screen to open up Max on the elbow. And look at the confusion off rip, right? Bam, screen. What the fuck is Jamal Murray looking at? Look at number 20. What are you looking at, bud? Where are you going? And do I really want to blame MPJ for this play? No, I don't. But to me, he's the last line of defense. Obviously, not a lot of communication going on. He bounces out. Look how much space, guys. I've been talking about this after game one, I talking about it forever. Like, we've had a whole 6 games. I've been talking about it so much, just how much room we have if we touch the ball in the paint, right? So once again, Bam just gets it at the top, not really the paint, but he gets it in the middle of the floor, wide open, late contest. That's an open-ass shot for a pro player, okay? That's just one play, and that's probably the best defensive possession that Michael Porter Jr. had when it led to an open shot. I didn't even really put up a lot of misses in this video. I didn't, and there was a lot of open shooters on Michael Porter Jr. Okay, so on this next play, right, this is a defensive lapse by Michael Porter Jr., but I also wanted to bring this into the fold because I thought we were murdering them with small-on-small screens. And we had a sequence here that's going to be the play after this, which this is the same exact play as the next play. It's just off-ball. It's just an off-ball play with Duncan, right? So instead of Bam coming up and setting the screen, we're going to get Michael Porter Jr. in an action. That's my whole point of this. We were kind of hunting Michael Porter Jr. a lot, even if you didn't think he was the key component of the action, right? So he comes up, sets a screen, wide open to the corner. Like, what do we do? An obvious switch situation, Max knocks it down, right? And this next play is going to be the one in the fourth quarter, which has nothing to do with Michael Porter Jr., all right? This is just me showing that this play has been very successful, and then I'll get back to trashing Michael Porter Jr., who I think is a pretty good player, but I think he's a homeless Klay Thompson. So right there, they both go to the cut, wide open, man. This is the same exact play, but just inverted. Just we have a guy now going to the rim on the opposite side, and then dude flaring out, a little slip action, wham, a little pick and pop there. Right? So we were bodying them with this play in the fourth quarter. So the next play here, this is really simple, man. So as you can see, Caleb leaves the spot, right? This is almost like they're running a zone as well right here, right? Kentavious Caldwell-Pope Unless he cuts across his face, he ain't moving with this guy. And unless he cuts across MPJ's face, he's not supposed to move. He's supposed to be out on max right now. Because what can Caleb Martin do that's a threat right here? What's the worst that can happen? You got the backside help with Bruce Brown. He's going to pop up right there on the elbow. Well, you already got Max right there. You're going to be able to contest both shots. What are you doing? But instead, he sinks down to the free throw line. I'm guessing Bruce Brown goes, hey, he's coming up. Why is he this far back? Why? I have to know. I have to know. Wham. And once again, these are all makes. These are all makes that I'm showing. Okay, so on this next play, watch Caleb come up and not even set a screen, right? Knowing their coverage, he's just going to come up, run around. He's not even setting a screen. He just wants MPJ to be put in action. And actually, this didn't work out how we wanted it to, right? Because now you got 2-on-1 with Jimmy and Nikola backside. Maybe they wanted Nikola to go and take that, but he didn't, so they could have an easy drive to the lane, right? So if Nikola Jokic goes and takes Caleb Martin out to the elbow, obviously he has a wide open lane. Of course he's not going to do that, but we just want MPJ in actions. Jeff Green leaves right here. Now, this isn't horrible defense, right? But I mean, can you get over that shit? I don't know what, just his lack of effort, and you'll see when I show these Bruce Brown plays, right? So on this next play, this is a play that I love, right? It's this pick your poison on a screen for Gabe. Pick your poison, pick the matchup you want, whatever side they're leveraging, all that. And you see, look at all these nuggets up top. It's making everybody crumple up, whatever you want to say, get caught in the mix. So there's a lot of space to work with. Look at the elbow, look at the corner, look at the baseline. And we're trying to attack this baseline as much as we can. And right here, we're trying to get MPJ in the action again, right? And I said we'd see a lot more double screens. So what is this a setup for? This is an on-ball screen, but it is also a screen for Max Strus. And Bam is looking for Max to come around on the top side of MPJ and go for a backside screen, a little weak side screen to the elbow, which is open too. But instead, we get right here, and what is Michael Porter Jr. doing right here? What is he doing? He's guarding Kevin Love. He's guarding who? He's hedging a screen, but not really. I think he may have thought they were going to trap this, and they didn't. So now he's just showing his hands with no pressure on the ball, really, because him and Jamal Murray apparently had a miscommunication. They didn't come out, and look at this. Wide open. Nothing. And that is on Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., but the perception of a coach, in my opinion, is that may be both of their faults, but I'm going to punish MPJ more, right? So then Kevin Love knocks this down, wide open. And just the closeout speed that they're moving at is hilarious. Okay, so this is the big one, right? So already, Michael Porter Jr., I get what he's doing, but also look on the backside. This is a 3-on-2, and really it's a 2-on-1 right here with KCP. And Michael Porter Jr. sitting at the box, waiting for the drive, waiting for the roll, right? He's doing his job technically right here. But then when Jimmy actually cuts it baseline, kind of does an in-and-out baseline, KCP has the baseline covered, has the baseline pass. And for the record, this is what I talked about game one. Look at all the Nuggets' eyes. Where are they at? Staring at Jimmy Butler. They are not looking around. Everything is open. What isn't open right here? Somebody tell me what isn't open. A pass to Max? I would disagree, because if he comes over to this elbow, he's wide open. Gabe Vincent's wide open. Kevin Love, he's going to get a nice closeout, but that's an open shot for Kevin Love. So Jimmy picks up his dribble. Well, he didn't pick up his dribble. He went to pass. He was out of bounds, yes. But once again, look at KCP pointing backwards. Why the fuck is MPJ even in there? We don't know. Leads to a wide open three. And then look at the closeout. This is what I mean with Bruce Brown. I'll show some plays. Look at this closeout. Lazy. Like, and yes, you go, oh, he's already open. Why close out? To me, it's like, because you're in the NBA Finals, fucking run it, somebody. What are you talking about? Like, when people foul three-point shooters, I know it's one of the worst plays in basketball, right? But most of the time, it's from exceptional effort on a late closeout, which you can't really hate. Like, if you get fouls from effort, like diving on loose balls, playing hard, going up for a rebound, you really can't get mad at the player. You can't, because it's because they gave good effort on the play. I don't get mad at those fouls. So these are the things that I think Bruce Brown will bring to the Nuggets that MPJ can't, right? Really just an attack mindset, a better championship mindset than Michael Porter Jr. does. Because if you see over the course of a game when Michael Porter Jr. loses chances to shoot the ball or isn't, hitting shots, his defensive effort becomes abysmal. So there's some things that I saw from Bruce Brown that I really liked here. So instead of coming off the pick and looking to pass, he's looking to score, right? And this is without Jamal Murray on the floor and very limited scores in Christian Brown and Jeff Green. But still, the aggressiveness, hey, yo, and one. I like that. I really do. And also, hate to be the ref guy. I'm not one. But Bam just got called for a soft-ass charge after this one. Can we talk about how hard Nikola Jokic screened this motherfucker? I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. Gabe, get up, bro. I know you're good. So on this play, this is really, I wanted to show the activity of Bruce Brown, right? Where he kind of, if he's on the ball or off the ball, it doesn't matter, right? He's shadowing in the lane. He's staying back instead of glued to guys because he knows some screens are going to happen, some off-screen actions or off-ball actions. I keep saying that. Off-ball actions are going to happen. Ignore those stats in the bottom, okay? Ignore those damn stats, okay? Doesn't matter. And Duncan's going to come around for a cross screen on the post, right? This looks like that play we ran for LeBron all the time, but we used to just do it with single coverage and right on the box. So we're trying to get this going at the beginning. Bruce Brown sniffs it out immediately, and even though he's really supposed to be guarding Haywood Highsmith, he sees that Aaron Gordon got caught on the top side. So the cut's right there. He was expecting him to go out to get a shot. He got caught on the top side. Well, guess who's there? Bruce Brown. I'm here to help, brother. I am here to help. Leads to this fucking insane three. This is when we really thought the avalanche was going to start, right? This play right here is just, to me, just extraordinary effort that really isn't extraordinary, but compared to Michael Porter Jr., it is. Caleb gets into the lane, 1 foot in the paint. Look where Bruce Brown is. One, he tripped him, but look at where he's at. He's at the free throw line in the middle. Look how good of a closeout. And yes, it is an inaccurate pass by Caleb, bringing Kyle Lowry up to him more. But just the closeout here, and Kyle Lowry hits this. Look at this shit, man. Michael Porter Jr. is not doing this. And throughout the first, 2 quarters of the game, you really saw that started to expose the weakness of Michael Porter Jr. And it was just constant plays ran through him. Okay, well, those are the plays I wanted to show you. I know this isn't some in-depth film breakdown, but I could have that too. I showed you last game what it was and showing the drop coverage, which is the national media vocab word. But it also, I just thought people were overreacting to game 1, talking about how the Nuggets were unstoppable, while the Heat, once again in game 2, once again, got everything they wanted. Okay? They got every single look they wanted because they don't depend on one thing like a lot of these people do. We disrupted the 2-man game with Jokic and Murray because Jimmy Butler was on them. Thought it was a great game plan. Really isn't that hard to make that adjustment considering Aaron Gordon started 6 for 6, right? But yeah, I think that the Bruce Brown substitution is either going to happen just, hey, he's starting now, or Michael Porter Jr.'s minutes go a little bit down until they need shooting or they need a comeback, and then he'll get more playing time. But it's not like I think Michael Porter Jr. is eliminated from the rotation. I just think Bruce Brown brings some things that Michael Porter Jr. doesn't in the effort department. And let's not forget, Bruce Brown is a 40% three-point shooter now. We didn't know how it happened. We don't know why it happened. but he's a very good three-point shooter and way better defender than him. Now, the counter to that is, hey, doesn't that take away one of the big advantages Denver has on them, which is size? Looking at Michael Porter Jr. Getting a double-double in game one with all those rebounds, I would say yes. And I think that's hard to want to take that away when, honestly, I know everybody thinks Denver's this juggernaut apparently now because they didn't believe in him the whole year and they want to come back and say, oh, the Nuggets are incredible now. I don't think that this is some juggernaut. I think this is just another team we got to beat. I don't know how to explain this. I don't look at this Denver team and go, how are we beating them right now? I see us getting every shot we want. I see us locking them up defensively. We just held this unstoppable offense to 104 and 108 points. So that's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching the last game, the last film breakdown as well. Got a good amount of views, man. And just because somebody does not have a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers, a lot of likes, a lot of comments, does not mean they do not know what they're